guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this exciting episode where we'll be discussing mental health in men. I'm particularly very excited about this one because there are some stereotypes I want us to address. I'm more excited to have two lovely gentlemen in my couch today. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves, then we get right into the video. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification button so that you don't miss out on any video. So
let the superstar start.
Oh,
then
please,
the flow
please,
continue.
After you, sir. After you.
All right. So yeah, my name is Bernard Brakwesiama. I'm the creative director of Bello Couture GH, one of Africa's leading fashion brands. So
leading, actually.
Yeah.
Please, we'll put his IG handle there. You just purchase him. See what he's wearing? He made it himself, you know. Yeah. This is Bello Couture. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Marvin Champong and I manage operations for Cosmos Real Estate and I'm a minister of God as well.
Please, you should hear him sing. The angels for Charlie. See, he's definitely going to give us a line or two before we leave. Yeah.
That's not happening.
If you don't sing, we don't close.
Focus.
Okay, so we are going to get right into the video. Before we dive down deep, I'd like to know, in this African setting, how was it like for each of you transitioning from boyhood to adulthood? I mean, you know, we always have this spec where automatically the moment you're a boy or a man, it's conferred on you responsibility, like more responsibilities right from childhood. So how was it like for either of you? Anyone can go first.
So I would say, unfortunately, had a very tough one, because I mean, it all started off with problems with my dad, of what he wanted me to do. So he was a pharmacist, and I was in school to become a doctor. So I was doing Medilab, okay, so that from there I'll just dive into the medical school and then take it from there. But this man was into pharmacy, and henceforth he wanted me to do some of the stuffs he was doing. But unfortunately, I also had my dreams and stuff I wanted to achieve. Yeah. So it was a back and forth with me and him. And because of that, he, in a way, disowned me.
Wow.
At the age of, I think, 18, 19, thereabouts. Wow. Yeah. So, I mean, I had to start everything, like, as a young guy who was trying to do stuff for himself in Accra. Because, unfortunately, also around that same time, they had moved to the northern region. Because I mean, my father said Accra was too expensive, so he got some links in Bimbilla, to be precise. So they moved there, but I didn't go with them because at that point I wasn't, in a way, I'm part of the family. Yeah, so I mean, it's been extremely tough for me, but God being so good, we're here today.
Wow, how did you manage? Because then, yeah, how did you manage? How did you do it? Because I'm curious.
I'm sure we'll delve into that. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about it.
Well, I've not had a very smooth one myself, but God has been good. You know, we came from a very humble background, a family of 6, have 3 siblings, and then my parents. We lived together as a good family, you know. But growing up, you know, like you said, you have to assume certain responsibilities as time goes on. Moving from secondary school through to university, at a point I had to take up responsibilities myself because, you know, things weren't going as planned. You know, as a man, a man's going to do what a man's going to do.
Yeah, true.
So here we are, God being so good. We are fine. I'm fine. So, yeah.
A man's gonna do what a man's gonna do. That statement. You know, sometimes you guys figure things out anyway, anyhow, somehow. I don't know how you guys do it, but the moment a man says, I want to do something, I don't know what motivates you, how you guys find the loophole to even, how do you guys do it? Especially like in financial fixes, like Bello said, he did it regardless. Did you have people you fell back on support from somewhere, or I don't know, I mean, I'm really curious. What got you there? Because there's always the myth that it's easier for a woman to find help than a man would.
And it's the hard truth.
Yeah.
It's the hard truth.
Very
Yeah.
true.
Whether we like it or not, it's the hard truth.
How did you do it? I mean,
So with mine, my mother would normally say, let me say this in Chi, Bema ne nume dre enyo. So you definitely have to, first and foremost, you have to, be very confident in yourself and just have a foresight, okay? Because when you end up giving up on yourself, that's the end of it. So you have to believe in yourself from beginning. So I had this foresight of being one of the biggest fashion brands, but I literally didn't know how to go about it and how to start. So back to what I was saying, when my parents went to the north, I had to stay with my auntie, okay? And that was all I wanted at that point, where to, shelter. Yeah. I just needed shelter and I'll just figure myself out, okay? So now I started off with doing, there were some guys in my neighborhood who were working with, I've forgotten the company's name, but they do roofing sheets. Yeah, so I had a conversation with one of the guys who was like a big brother to me, and I told him, bro, now there's literally nothing going on for me, and I was in school. I was in Accra Poly by then, and obviously, I need to pay my fees, I need to take care of myself and all of that. But my lectures were a bit flexible. So if I really want to work, I can find a way to go about it. So then I joined them to start the roofing sheet business, and they will be traveling in and out of Accra. And a day, I remember very well, they were paying 35 cedis a day.
wow.
Yes, so I would go and do that. We even went to the north. We went to a lot of places. So I put all these things together. And one good thing also that helped me back in school was I was more like the ladies guy.
Oh,
so naturally, like the ladies liked me, not in a bad way, but my vibe. And I'm not a comedian, but I would obviously make you laugh and all of that.
So they were cooking for you?
Kind of. Okay. When they cook in the hostels, they will call me, oh, Charlie Bennett, food is ready and all of that. So on that side too, I was a bit comfortable. So I was finding ways and means to just pile up monies for my tuition and all of that. And God being so good, it happened and I completed school. Now at a point I wasn't getting in contact with these guys again. And back in school, I was known to be the fashionable person. Yeah. Even though I'm in Ibino, but when it comes to my appearance, yes, I wasn't joking with it, because I got a couple of friends who would give me some outfits on credits in Kant and all of that. And back in the days, Kant was not that expensive like now. So we in low or no high and no. So
easy.
A lot of people believed in what I was wearing. Henceforth, I started. Somebody introduced me to selling of designer belts, where we normally go to do. To pick them and obviously add a little profit and sell them. Now I had the advantage of selling a lot of those belts because I was a campaign manager to a friend who wanted to be welfare officer. Henceforth we go to almost all the hostels. So because of that, a lot of people came to know that there's a guy called Bennett who is a campaign manager and also sells designer belts. So I put all those things together, small. Now here we are.
So just like Bennett, I've also had to, pull some strings for myself.
Nice.
A lot of strings, indeed, a lot of strings. Sometimes you want to rely on relatives, but interestingly, they come through at the time they want to come through, or not at all. So while I was working with my uncle at a point, after level 100, when I entered school, my parents stopped paying my fees. I had to take it up myself. I've not said this anywhere before.
Nice.
But, it didn't look like it from the outside.
Yeah.
You will look at me dressed good, looking good, just like you're saying, ladies man.
Yeah.
I like.
You don't look like what you're going through.
I don't. Nothing looks like this guy is struggling.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, my uncle had this security company, Speedline Security. So I started working with him when I completed SHS.
Beautiful.
And I was doing his admin stuff. So sometimes I'll put together some contracts and find some companies to sign us up and all that. Sometimes I would send invoices to these companies. There got to a time it was really hard to get staff. because sometimes it's small.
Yeah.
You know, like, so let's say a company is paying you, say, 800 cedis per man guard.
Yeah.
How much are you going to pay the staff? How much are you going to use for uniforms? You know, this overhead cost and operation cost, it would suck up everything.
Yeah.
So the man was like, paying you and then paying you as an admin staff, you do very little, because, well, we have an office. When you're in the office, what do? Nobody comes to the office to ask for, say, what's going on. How do we subscribe to your services and all that? You know, normally you have to go out there. So it was like, why will you be sitting in the office and then at the end of the month you just send invoices and go for monies? Why won't you just come and help as well and do this alongside? So I started doing man guard services from people's houses.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done a lot of houses, from McCarthy Hill to East Legon to Cantonment and in fact some of the very prominent people in Ghana have been in there, especially the media space. A lot of them. I don't want to mention names because you know, I've so at this point I was hustling, but when I come to school I don't look like I'm hustling. And I didn't tell anybody about it. I wasn't being fussy about my struggles. Like, you know, Charlie, my bro, you know.
Men are never fussy about anything. I mean,
to be honest.
Okay, scratch that. Is it that? No, I don't even know how to feel. Do you think society do not even give you the room to even be fussy about it, or to even speak up if you are going through something? Because there is nothing. I don't think there's anything wrong with, I mean, telling somebody how you feel or what you're going through. But unfortunately, in this side of our world especially, it's like we don't even want to hear a man complaining looks like he's lazy automatically or something's weird. I don't know why or how we got here, but it looks like it's been like that for years. So
for me, there is just one definition for manhood for me. Is this the transition from the place of irresponsibility to the place of responsibility. So the transition from being dependent to being independent.
A boy to a man.
So once you step into that status of manhood, and it's not even about your age.
Of course.
Sometimes you can start assuming very, very critical responsibilities from 14 years. And at that point you're still a teenager. But you're fending for yourself. You're finding shelter for yourself. Sometimes in worst case scenarios for your siblings as well.
That has been my case.
So at the point where you move from the status of finding what you want from others or getting what you need from others to the point where you cater for yourself, you do all you can to get what you need. At that point you have become a man already.
Of course.
Because now you have to think out of the box. Sometimes you don't even know where the next meal is coming from, but you have to find some way somehow. You know, of course by the grace of God.
So recently I had a meltdown. I'll call it a meltdown because then I was pretty worried about purpose and things I want to do that are slow or I feel I'm not ready for, or it's becoming overwhelming. And I was in that breaking point, you know, and I was talking to one of my girls and she's just staring at me and I'm fast and I'm talking. I'm like, is it that we made mistakes or we didn't get it right from the beginning? And she's just quiet. She's just looking at me. She's like, see the way you're going through all this. Imagine it for a man. And I'm just there quiet. He's like, yeah, I'm asking you to imagine for a man because of maybe you're pretty. One way or the other. If you decide to speak to somebody, someone will hold you or whatever. And I'm like, why is she saying that? She's like, girl, let's be realistic. I mean, you have me right now. You are telling me how you feel. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you. She's just wondering how men handle it when they get to that point. And I'm like, it hit me because I have 3 elder brothers, you know, just thinking there. And I'm like, yeah, I've never heard my brothers ever fuss about anything. It's always, oh, you good? Oh, yeah, I'm good. And it ends there. they will. But you ask me, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But yesterday I wanted to do this, it didn't happen, and they will listen to you, but they will never ever open up and say anything about. And you keep wondering if they don't have issues, or but you can tell definitely. I'm sure their problems are even way more than mine, possibly, but why do you guys find the need to just keep it to yourselves? I mean, I don't think all of we want to hear from him. I feel we want to hear it.
I will speak more of African because I mean I've always been an African, and even though I've been elsewhere, but I mean I was born here, raised here, and all of that. I feel like the statement I made. Henceforth, when you drink a drone, who do you go and tell say I didn't? Apart from me, my facial expression and I be you see, we were brought up in a way that majority of our problems are in a way bottled up, and the truth is, who are you going to talk to about it? All you need to do is find solutions. Till I got married, nobody knew. I mean, 80% of my hassle. Even with that, it's recent that I started opening up some struggles to my wife, because you see, it's up here that Charlie, I didn't cry also. What if or we're in situation, or she might not even understand, because you see, sometimes some of the risk we want to take to bring some things to light or to excel, to the extent that some of these, not to undermine anybody, but most ladies, some might not be able to take it of that.
Because we are emotional beings, we don't.
I feel so, because the typical example is, if, for instance, I'm married to you, just be very honest, okay? If I'm married to you, and you know that I'm a medical lab scientist, okay? I'm doing all sorts of things, and it's a very reputable job, like how we see it. Yeah. And from nowhere, I come to tell you that I want to sew. I want to be a tailor. Just be very honest to yourself.
I'm going to be honest, very honest. If it was years ago, maybe before I went to uni, transition to
about years ago, not now.
No, so I'm trying
now,
to.
I mean,
so I want to draw the pattern of where there is maturity, the gap of maturity.
Yeah.
Before uni, then I wasn't so mature. I wasn't matured, I would say. Then, and I met you, and I'll be like, "What are you saying? Did you get it?" But then I go to uni. I realize that there is more to life than sitting in a classroom. There is more to life than. There is a beauty of passion, and if it's passion that is going to even give you money, it's like a double win, right? So then now I understand that. So of course, I'll throw my weight behind you.
So back to what I was saying. Back in the days, a lot of people won't jump on this. Even football.
Yeah.
A lot of parents were not happy when their kids are going out to play football and all of that. You understand? And like my brother, who was also, I mean, he loved football and now making money off football. He lives abroad. Back in the days, this guy would have to find his way, sneak out of the house to go and play football. So in cases like this, who was he supposed to talk to? Because the only person he can easily trust at that point was his mother. But this same mother doesn't want him to play football.
I'm sure he was the last.
So he would obviously bottle a lot of things up and find ways and means to achieve it. Yeah. When I achieve it, then I can easily explain to you that, oh, so this and this and this and that, and it's not even disrespect. You get it? So growing up, we've always had that, how do I even say this? So you can't really talk to people about what you're going through. You just have to find a way to come out from that particular shell that you're in.
So you see, have you ever asked yourself why you never saw your father complaining about stuff? Unless it's about your attitude or something going wrong in the house.
Or when you fail your exams.
Yes. Did you ever hear him talking about? Say, I said, "We have a pa. Na me kwe juma no. She abranti your name yet."
Never.
Not even for once.
Me neither.
I'm not lying.
Why?
That's what I want to find out. Why?
Is it that he had no problems or nothing was stressing him out?
I don't know.
We feel like you have put us in a very tight corner.
Yeah.
At a place where you are supposed to know what you are you are up to at every point in time.
Yeah.
You are supposed to know what the results of your efforts are. You are supposed to have evidence for everything that's.
But I feel it's unfair because there was another time I was having a debate with one lady.
Sorry not to cut you, but the world itself is unfair
I get that.
in general.
You know, and it's mostly unfair to men. That's the angle I'm coming from. So this lady is like, she thinks she wants to be hearing her man like tell her what he's going through, everything. I'm like, so just ask him. Have you ever asked? It's like, no, you know, men never talk. I was like, you just go ahead and ask. So I think the guy comes back from work and they're talking, and the next thing is, oh, he's actually opening up. I'm like, so why are you texting me? It's like, oh, I just wanted to tell him, like, oh, so just focus, like, listen. The next thing, the way he's opening up is making me feel less attractive to him. I was like, girl, you have a problem. And I'm like, you are part of our problem, because if someone is telling you how they feel, how is that making you feel unattractive? Because it's like, oh, the vulnerability is not so nice. I was like, so vulnerability is just for women. Then I realized what the main issue was. It's like most of us ask for the vulnerability, but a lot of us cannot
Handle it. Yeah, that's my
So
point.
look at this instance. You have a woman you're with, and at a point you don't even have 100 cities in your account,
Yeah.
nor your pocket. So obviously savings home and abroad, nah, ain't no 100 cities. So how do you communicate this to
Something
your
like
woman
this to your woman.
who is expecting you to buy her and her next hair? And she's expecting that you would give her money for her business that she has spoken to you about just last week.
And even if you have kids, she's expecting
She's
you
expecting
to
that
do
you are
whatever
going
you're
to
supposed
pay,
to do.
You're going to pay the fees, and then you are going to buy new bags for the
That's
kids.
Charlie, ladies, it looks like we have to start doing better, because see,
You don't have to.
the heat I'm feeling here alone, eh?
How do you communicate? Look into your woman's face. Lady, I just want to tell you something. It's really bothering me. Tomorrow, I don't know how the kids are going to go to school, because I don't have even 200
And you see, this thing is saying is so factual, eh?
I get it, it's true, but I think there are women who still.
When I don't have money, I still don't even know how to communicate to my wife. I only explain. I will just find a way to just let her know, you know what, you see, I'm in mobile money, or I don't have cash. When I get to the office, I'll figure it out. How I would go about my day to let them feel okay, they have no idea.
That's it.
They have.
See, honestly, you guys are doing extremely well.
Simply put, being a man is being a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah.
But wait, honestly, I just want us to get to that point where I feel it's okay for you guys to speak regardless. But you guys are still giving me a lot of reasons to just say, see, it's okay, we are not speaking and it's fine. We should just accept it that way. I mean, it's well, so let's see if this will even help. We are all human, right?
Yeah.
The only difference between you guys and myself is the X and Y chromosomes. That's what makes you men. That's what makes me a woman.
Yeah.
So you feel just like I feel. Whatever that I can do, you do same. It's maybe just the thinking patterns will be different because of their hormones or whatever and all that stuff. So if I'm allowed to cry, I'm allowed to shout, I'm allowed to fuss about stuff, you should be allowed to do the same too.
This crying thing, I just remember.
So crying, I remember back in primary school, I don't know how guys even, the moment we are being whooped or something, guys are just, Charlie, don't cry, man. I'm like, how did it become a thing? Like, yeah, man, don't cry. Like, why? And subconsciously, it's like every guy has this in their mind that the moment you shed tears is a sign of weakness. Charlie, Jesus even wept. What are you guys saying?
I said. So my wife once said, the only time she saw me cry was my father's funeral. And I'm like, yeah, this is serious.
Yeah, of course, but
Why? Like it?
No.
no, how
But I mean, it just happened. You understand?
You crying?
about that?
Yeah.
The only point I saw myself break down into uncontrollable tears was when my grandma passed.
Wow.
Because we were very, very close.
Yeah.
And we had plans together. Well, I'm not married yet, I'm here too. So we had plans on how things are going to go. You know, she had certain things she wanted to give to me, blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't living with them, so I would go there maybe sometimes every weekend. When I go, I call my girlfriend, she calls me her boyfriend. I go give her a hug, give her a peck, like what you. So, hey, chips, honey. I get some chips and chicken, we talk, we vibe like that. So, it was at dawn, I was sleeping, and then I saw that my cousin kept calling. Why is this girl calling? So I didn't pick her call. But when I saw my dad's call, I picked up. Yeah. I was like, what's up? He was like, oh boy. I was like, yeah, nah. Like, oh, grandma. I was like, grandma, what? And when he broke the news, I was quiet for like 10 minutes. Yeah. I couldn't say a word. At that point, I didn't cry.
Yeah.
We spoke, and I was like, okay, wow. I remember it was around 4:30. I didn't sleep again till morning. I had to go to site that morning. When I was driving out, going, all of a sudden I started crying. I just broke down into uncontrollable. I cried through my journey. At every free time, I'll just remember and I'll start crying. Yeah. I remember I went to the office. One of my colleagues, we were just talking, and then she looked away. I was trying to do something. The next moment, my mind just went on to a conversation we had, and I started crying. I was trying to hold myself, and I was like that kind of. I don't want it to go out, and she saw it. It was so embarrassing.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was like,
tears embarrassing.
Why should you be crying like a baby for what?
Even though
I
mentioned that she's never seen me cry, doesn't mean that the million times I have cried
in secret.
In secret, yes, but she has no idea.
That's it. You guys see.
Oh, we cry all the time.
You do cry, but you cry in secret. So would you consider therapy ever?
Not therapy for what? Therapy is just saying. Who is complaining about what? I'm crying my own cry. And you are
crying.
All the therapists do.
Is the talking? Is there?
No, wait. So, hello. Are you okay? Is everything all right? Do you have a problem?
I'm just imagining myself doing that.
Really?
Yo.
How often do you cry? How often do you cry behind the scenes when no one's looking? Can you share with me?
I don't even see myself doing that.
That's how therapy goes like.
What is that? So how would you go?
I mean,
breathe in.
That would be a very annoying part.
What's
all this?
Oh, come on.
It won't change nothing. Trust me.
I think some people will attest to the fact that it helps.
It might even make you okay during the session. But as soon as you leave the premises of wherever the therapist is, it starts again.
Forget
the whole pressure hits you again. Yo, Masa, go and face your trouble.
No, this whole therapy is about crying in front of somebody.
Yeah.
What is that?
Let it out. Please. Please let it out.
An orientation has to go on like what therapy is and the benefits of.
And then it should come in school list. But I mean, till then, we no get anything to do with therapy.
After the school, I'll still not do it.
So you guys are just about the manning up and not opening up at all.
Money you even use to pay that therapist.
Give it to me.
It can do a whole lot too. No matter how small it is, it can solve a lot of issues that you're going through.
It's expensive or you just won't go.
The money, but the whole process or the whole therapeutic thing,
it's just don't want to see
it won't change nothing.
And I'm crying because something is stressing me.
Yeah, I have a lot of things to do.
You're telling me to go and pay for a therapy session. What is that? If you want to pay for me, give me the money. I'll start smiling.
Yeah.
I'll stop crying.
Yeah.
But you can't tell me all your problems have to do with money.
Genuinely, a lot of men go through a lot of stuff, especially when they really want to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I won't lie. Most of the responsible men are the ones going through God knows what.
Exactly.
You understand? Because
it's easy to be irresponsible. Then you're not thinking so much about stuff, you know.
Responsible guys. Most of the things the way I would sleep on a Sunday and hoping for Monday to come so that I know how my week is going to end. Yeah. Most of them don't think like that. How Mondays go. Because normally for me, my Mondays normally guarantees how the week will end. Mm-hmm. Even though sometimes it's a bit dicey. Because sometimes Mondays doesn't really go well. But Tuesday picks up and all of that. Yeah. You understand? So for someone who is not so much thinking about I need to send money to my mother, I need to send money to my grandmother, I need to so my anyhow.
So
you understand?
The problem is that you say faith is the substance of things hoped for.
Yeah.
The evidence of things not
Of things not seen.
Oh, it doesn't work like that with men.
Yeah.
For a man,
I won't lie.
without evidence, you will explain tire.
Yeah.
You have to show
that is
working.
You go explain tire.
For men, they want
What are
us
you
to show
explaining?
working for everything. If I want you to buy me, just give me 5,000 for my business. I want to start something as your woman, and then you start telling me, oh, I have started some deal somewhere. I mean, she said maybe. I'm expecting some.
And as you see, and I'm telling about fees. Many say.
May expect 20,000. Many
You dare explain too much.
Next week, eh?
No.
So next week comes, and you're like, oh, and you're ready. You're called cycle crack shady, you know. But almost say after that, she can almost transfer. She'll be like, sir, okay. Another one.
her.
You
now
are saying the same song.
Just show working.
So would I talk?
You need an outfit, okay. Next week, God, I will sort you out.
Basically,
Next week, do I sort
what I'm hearing or what I'm choosing to hear is we don't make it easy for you guys to even express yourself to tell us what it is. We just
Because of your expectations.
Yeah, in a
And
way.
we have to live up to your expectation.
Yeah.
well, we are not really forcing you to live up to expectations. I mean,
That's what they always say.
nothing wrong with expressing yourself or showing a bit of vulnerability. It's human.
So vulnerability numbers the mumu keke.
Yes, Kike. Like let's get you. See, so recently, I was reading something before I even stumbled on James Gardner's post about his not depression or whatever he was going through and all that. I actually felt the guy's pain, you know, and I applaud him for coming out to at least express himself.
And he ends there.
It ends there. But who knows? Behind the scenes, maybe someone has reached out. Well, hopefully someone did reach out because there is a steady with the statistics of men dying silent in depression, high blood pressure, and all that because they think a lot because they have a lot, and it scares me. You know, I feel like. Fine, maybe talking doesn't change anything like you think, which I don't agree, by the way.
Listen, men are skewed towards their image.
Yeah.
Keeping their image, keeping a certain reputation, especially if they have kids or you know, they want the kids to see the dad like a hero.
Yeah. And for some funny reason, majority of our kids sees their fathers as heroes. Because daddy, when you're coming back from work, I want chocolate, and daddy will bring chocolate, whether he had money, or you understand. So all of them, and they would keep request. I mean, if I list the kind of things my kids are requesting, I'm like, see, you don't do.
So like just like I was saying. You are seeing me like a responsible person, someone who is trying his best and working hard all the time to make things happen for the family, put food on the table and all that. And then this same person who you are relying on comes to rant about his problems to you. Things are not going the way I planned, and I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm so depressed, and I don't know how to think. I spoke to this person, and he didn't come through for me. And Charlie, my is slow. You know, imagine your man keeps saying this for the next 3 months. You will start.
I like the
You will start rewinding. Yeah. You're like, hey man, where are we gravitating towards? What is happening?
Yeah, what's going on?
Am I okay? Is my future secure with this man? Can he give me the comfort I need in the next 5 years? From the way he has begun.
He keeps complaining.
That's my Benz that I am envisaging to buy.
Benz he promised me.
Can it ever happen?
The trip.
Now I said that. Imagine your woman comes to you and can you give me some 2,000? At that point, the money needs to go. But can't share the reins. I don't have the money.
I said there's been $1 million.
You will do anything, go to any length to find that money for you. You don't even know how he gets the money.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to win this, but anyway. Honestly speaking, like
I rest my case because if we have to go into this Trust me.
To be honest, we will delve into it and we'll not even have the whole day.
Never open up. It's not your fault. I'm about to say.
I'm sure we'll definitely get there.
When? Because it looks like this is right from childhood. It's imbibing you to me soon. Keep your head out. Like it's like even when. So I remember I watched a video. I don't remember where little boy fell off his bicycle, and everybody was just looking on like they was just waiting for him. You better just get up and move, you know. Yeah. But he was a child. He was just there crying, and so he grew up with that mentality. And I think he was having issues. He kept it to himself severely. He would see his friends, he would smile, and then behind closed doors, he's crying and all that. And someone met him like that, like broken. You know, he's disturbed, and he's like, right from childhood, no one ever picked him up when he fell. So he just knew that falling, rising is just dependent on him. So he has never asked anybody for help.
My auntie gave me, and I would never forget it. I say, oh yeah, Bema, you need to frown within and smile on the outside.
That's killing you guys.
And it's okay.
And that is killing you guys. I feel it's the stereotype that's led to all of this. That is why we are sitting here today. Because you are still human. You are human, for Christ's sake. You are allowed to feel. Please feel.
Oh, we feel.
Oh yeah, 100%. We feel that one day. Yeah.
You know they feel.
We feel 100%. Yeah.
There's no way I'm winning this. So clearly, you would keep the manning up and not open up. That's it.
That's the society we grew up.
Yeah.
There are young guys who are also coming up and who probably may be facing exactly what you guys went through, trying to navigate how to get there. I'm very happy for you guys where you got into, regardless of all you went through, and I know for sure it wasn't easy. But what would be your last words to guys out there for them keeping their heads up? Because Charlie, society is not smiling on the boys now. So
the men, not the boys. The boys they are enjoying.
So what would be a word of advice and encouragement? I mean, don't tell them not to talk or speak up.
Go ahead.
After you, sir.
So yeah, I mean, basically, I would say, I mean, they should keep their heads up, like you said. Stay focused. Like I mean, let me rephrase it. Is way better to believe in yourself and believe in yourself from beginning. Yeah. Keeping your heads up. And you see, the beautiful thing lately is their life coaches and their mentors. A lot of people look up to. Mm-hmm. I think it's better you get closer to any of these mentors. Mm-hmm. Try to talk to them, at least for them, in a way, they are not that close to you. So them keeping some secrets about you, in a way, because they have nothing to lose, or they can't spoil anybody's image because you are looking up to them. You understand? So henceforth, the mentee has this issue and he's bringing it out and all. The worst thing is a scenario to explain to someone. Mm-hmm. But I think it's safe on that side. And I think basically I will advise majority of the youth to keep their heads up, get closer to their mentors, and the most important, pray. Yeah. About every single thing they want to achieve and every single thing they're going through. That has been some of us our pillars. Yeah. Prayer.
Sure. Prayer.
Well, for me, I'll just say that just focus on your dreams and make sure that every day you live is a step toward that dream. Yeah. Keep your eye on the ball. Don't lose focus. Move towards the dream daily. I mean,
one step at a time.
One step at a time. And so when you fall, just rise up and keep going. Make sure nothing around you stops you from looking at the dream. Don't lose hope. It will certainly come to pass once you believe in Jesus Christ. Proverbs 3:5 says that trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Beautiful. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. With Christ with us, everything is possible. Keep hope alive and don't lose faith.
Thank you.
I think we need a song.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to give us a line?
Oh, no. Nobody's singing.
I almost forgot. So you're not singing? We'll sing behind the camera.
Let me sell out.
It's been an interesting conversation. I loved every part of it, except the fact that you guys don't want to open up, but we'll try and work on that part. So if you are a gentleman out there who is going through life is really getting at you, just keep the hope alive. And if you ever find someone you think you can talk to, it's fine. Just make sure it's a safe space, like they said. Talk, and then don't just be about dreams. Try and take actions no matter what, even if it's baby steps. I mean, baby steps actually lead to the great steps. So yeah. And just know that I personally am rooting for all the men out there, because I know it's not easy. And I hope you actually get to the point where you find what you're looking for. So until the next episode, it's been nice having them. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Thank you. Bye.